Welcome to the foundation. I know I'm sorry. I didn't do a show for like 2 weeks. There's a lot of current events. Plus, it's the new fiscal year, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Speaking of new fiscal year, 9A Trust in the new fiscal year. Let's talk about this. And, I mean, we know what I'm talking about. We all know what we're talking about. 9A means private, right? Private, foreign. In some cases, you're looking at, have some sort of tax exemption and stuff. But before I start getting into this, I'm not an attorney. I am not an accountant. I do not give tax advice. I do not give legal advice. If you need tax or legal advice, I only can tell you to seek and search out a competent attorney or advisor with regards to these tax and legal matters. I don't do that, Dan. I can get out of the way. You know what I mean? People like, yes, I teach trustee training. I educate those with regards to the administration of private entities and public entities. That's education with the administration. I'm not a tax man. I don't do no taxes, man. I'm not an accountant either. All right, so check this out. Trustees, 9A Trust in the new year. Let me tell you this. You got an EIN, you got a bank account, which you trust. You got it open. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell you off top, one of the biggest red flags with reporting, from my understanding, that's not legal. I have a legal understanding. I have no legal advice understanding. But from my private understanding, and I'm just talking here, one of the biggest red flags with regards to 1041 filings, trust filings, your 9A trust in the new year filing. One of the biggest red flags, you want to know what it is? No disbursements. What do you mean? You didn't distribute any income. Y'all just, as trustees, y'all just try to expense all the income. No expense, no distributions. That is one of the biggest red flags from my understanding. I'm not giving legal advice. I can't give legal advice. But this is from my understanding. One of the biggest red flags, especially for a business trust, is that there were no disbursements. 9A trust in the new year. This is from what I understand. From what I understand, I've done a lot of research. I love reading. You see my young baby law library, even though it's not a baby law library. Like this, I look at this stuff as multi-generational. This law library does not belong to me. It belongs to the family estate. It means multiple generations are going to be referencing these materials and adding to this library. If you can't look at it like that, put it down and walk away. But from what I understand, you have to, every trust, especially if you've got a contract trust, you got a Massachusetts trust, you got a blind irrevocable trust. I mean, whatever you're talking about. The contract, the right to contract unlimited, Article 1, Section 10, all this jargon, right? Any trust return that is submitted, if there are no disbursements, is a red flag. Well, so what's a disbursement? Disbursement to the beneficiaries or certificate holders, beneficial interest holders, or capital unit holders. You want to get specific. No disbursements, none. How do you do a disbursement? Well, you have to, from my understanding, I'm not giving legal advice, man, but every entity, individual, trust, it doesn't matter. Every single interaction must be contractual in the indenture or contractual authorized by the indenture. I contract you to come onto the trust estate and fix the floors. Every single contract expense, trust expense, must, in my private, personal opinion, not legal advice, be accompanied with a W-9. What is a W-9? Request for taxpayer identification. Why? If I'm a trustee, why am I handing this dude a W-9 if he's fixing the floors of the trust floor? I'm glad you asked that question. If you are going to issue more than $500 in the United States, blah, 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 to this person, contractor who's fixing the floor, you must also issue or cause to be issued, for my personal private understanding, not legal advice, either issue or cause to be issued a 1099 information. You have to inform the Internal Revenue Service that this entity paid this person or entity this much money. The 1099 must be sent to the contractor. The contractor uses the 1099 to claim the income on the contractor's expenses. 1099s must be issued by a certain time every single fiscal year. I don't care if the trust is private, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Our Federal Reserve notes private, credit's private in the bank account, Wells Fargo, Chase, BB&T. No, Federal Reserve notes are public, well, private script, but used in the public under certain specific rules and regulations. Can't usurp those because I got a private contract and you dealing in Federal Reserve notes? Yes, but then you got to deal with these rules over here. Or get out the pool. There's a certain requirement where you got to issue. You got to send these 1099s to the contractors, to those who received more than $500 within a calendar fiscal year from the trust, and you have to issue 1099s to any beneficiary that received a distribution. This is my private knowledge, my private understanding. It's not legal advice. I do not give legal advice. I am not qualified publicly, and will never be, to give legal advice. That's number one. Are you doing distributions? What kind of trust doesn't do distributions? Straight up. Distributions of property, distributions of income, distributions of assets, distributions of something. So you got to do a W-9. And then you got to issue or call to be issued on behalf of the private trust a 1099. You got to have the W-9, their information on file. They fill it out. They put the name of the business or their individual name. They put the address of the house or whatever they want to do, or the address of the company. They put the social right there, and they put the EIN right there, and they sign it in date. Boom. Now the trust has authority to issue this person, individual, trust, contractor, company, LLC, whatever, a 1099. Now, if it's a distribution, this is my personal private study. This is not legal advice. I know people are like, man, why does he keep saying that? There's a reason I keep saying that, yo. I need to be clear. Like, I haven't been clear. Like, and that's what I'm saying. I haven't been clear with regards to, I do not deal with taxes. I do not deal with accounting. I don't give legal advice. I don't give tax advice, man. Come to me, 3 years operating a trust, never filing any taxes, talking about you got to like, man, get away from it. Beyond the 1099 that's issued to contractors or whatever, if it's a distribution to a beneficiary, that 1099 is issued to the beneficiary, and there is a K-1 distribution filed called a K-1. K as in Kawasaki. K as in kick, number 1. That must be filed included with the 1041. I probably blew some of y'all minds. I bet y'all blew both of y'all minds. I didn't know that red flag was not distributing. I didn't know that I had to issue on behalf of the trust or cause to be issued on behalf of the trust 1099s for anything over $500 at a specific date for fiscal year. And I didn't know that if I do distributions to beneficiaries, I got to attach a K-1 to the 1041s when I file the trust returns. As a trustee, You should either know these things or contract on behalf of the trust with those who know these things. Otherwise, you're incompetent. You're breaching the fiduciary rule. You should be voted out the trust. They should remove you as a trustee. You should be removed as a trustee from the trust. I don't care if you pay for the education to get it don't matter, man. That's ego. You should be removed from the board of trustees. You do not know what you're doing, and you're not studying. Oh, I'm private, blah, 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 blah. You got this, what is it, confirmation bias. You're only looking for information that confirms what you think you already know. You're not looking for information that actually goes against what you think you know, so you can have a balanced viewpoint on the situation you're dealing with or whatever you're transacting or something like that. So you're dealing with a confirmation bias. We out here just looking for stuff that coincides with what I already believe, like I think I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not listening to them, or I'm not even looking for anything that's contradictory to the viewpoints that I hold in my mind, which is a disservice. So, which means I'm not prepared for any contradictory situations. Which means if I come upon one of these contradictions, I'm going to be freaking out. I'm going to be emotional. I'm not going to be prepared. It's not going to be a good time. I should be removed as a trustee from the board because I'm ignorant, because I'm silly. So I do not understand what it takes to be an actual trustee. You know, ain't no right. You ain't got no right to be a trustee. You have a right to contract, but you have no right to be a trustee. It's a privilege. It's a privilege to avoid income tax legally. It's a privilege to own nothing, control everything. It's a privilege, man. I'm quote driving. Drop my daughter off, driving. I'm in all the lanes. Get pulled over. You know, it's New Year's Eve. They pulled me over. Sir, you been drinking? No, sir, I don't drink. Sir, where you going? I'm actually going home. Sir, is this your vehicle? You know, I always say vehicle. Is this your vehicle? Actually, no, sir, it is not. It belongs to a trust, but I am the trustee. He said, what? What? Actually, sir, no. I am not the owner. It belongs to a trust, but I am the trustee. Okay. It is a privilege to see the look of confusion for a second on a policy enforcement officer's face, just by off of the words you're saying calmly, non-combatively. If you were in trustee training, you're being trained by any mentor with regards to trust administration. You are not doing your private estate any benefit by only listening and dealing with that one mentor and only looking at the sources that one mentor speaks on. You should actively be learning and understanding so that you can stand on the same foundation with that mentor. So, 9A Trust in the new year, man, you need to understand what a 1099 is and why it needs to be issued. You need to understand what a K-1 distribution form is and why it needs to be filled out and you know what I'm saying, included in the 1041 return. You also need to understand what one of the main red flags are with regards to 1041 returns. No distributions. No distributions. You mean to tell me you expensed all of this? You mean to tell me that the contract for this trust states that there is no economic purpose? That's how they're going to get you. They say, well, state the economic purpose of the entity. You'd be like, I just control it. I mean, it can do this, it can do that. No, state the economic purpose for fiscal year 20, whatever, of the entity. If you are cold, no. Let's start off if you're not good. If you're not good, you're going to babble and say, for the beneficiaries. If you're cold and you study, the best thing to say is, I apologize, I'm under non-disclosure. Or could you submit that request to me in writing and attach a delegation of your authority with regards to be questioning that? You know, submit that to the Board of Trustees and we can vote on that. How many of you are going to know what to say, be calm enough to say it, and have the confidence to stand on it when you say it if you have an Internal Revenue Service agent in your face or an FBI agent in your face question you with regards to the validity of the entity that you're administering? They're going to wait some years until you get nice and cozy, feel like you're all good. I've been doing this for years. You can't, you know what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah. And wait like 3 years, 3 to 5 years, and they're going to come and hit you with a booyah. We're going to disallow that, disallow that, disallow that, disallow that. We're going to tax that income that was used for that to you as a trustee in a grantor type situation. Oh, but I'm not the grantor. It doesn't matter. We disallow these transactions right here, and you personally benefited from these transactions. So the income, we're gonna disregard these specific transactions as being trust transactions. And we're going to tax the income that was used to make these transactions or purchases to you individually, the trustee. Next one, 9(a) trust in the new year. Who's the adverse trustee? So are you telling me that the trustees of this family trust and this business trust, they're all family members? There's no outside party that has nothing to gain from the trust state itself involved in the administration of these entities? No, because it's private, and you know what I'm saying. I can contract, unlimited, man. You know what I'm saying, Massachusetts trust, private, 9(a) number. I didn't give him my social. I ain't got it. Adverse trustee, ADVERSE trustee. Look it up. Look it up in the law dictionary. Look it up in multiple law dictionaries. Look it up on Wikipedia. Find many sources and look it up. And then any word that you don't understand in the definition that you're reading, look those words up. So you're telling me that all the trustees are family members? And there's no one involved in the administration of these entities that do not stand to personally benefit from these involved in the administration? Oh, no, it's private. You know what I'm saying? Massachusetts, Boston, West Side Trust. Nah. All right. They're going to write it down, take notes. You think you got somewhere, they're just building the case, man. Same with the police. That's why we don't talk to police, because anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. I mean, it's crazy. I see people just explaining. You give too much information. You don't know how to be private. You don't know the nuances with regards to administration in order to successfully conduct private affairs. Oh, I got this inalienable rights. I got rights. I'm a national. I'm private. Okay, all right. Good luck with that. Adverse trustee. Non-related parties. Non-related party, adverse trustee. Check it out, man. Check it out. Red flags. Non-disbursements. K1. 1099. W9. You can't issue a 1099 to anybody because you need their social or the EIN. And if you're using these EINs and these social security numbers to issue 1099s and you don't have another W-9 on file with the signature to authorize you to do that, play around with these, man. This stuff is nothing to play with. I'm private. Every single trust you're dealing with, especially if it's a business trust, has minimum contacts with the public. Ain't no pure trust out here. And if it is, it's going to be like your family trust or your asset protection trust. More than likely, the asset protection trust. But even still, like if it's an asset protection trust and it has title to property and that's registered, I don't know, is that a minimum contact? Do you know how to defend the estate against these allegations? What if I can't? My name is Agent L with the Internal Revenue Service. I want to talk to you about some transactions that we saw in your 1041, specifically these transactions. Now, the Internal Revenue Code, subsection 7.7112A, states that food and clothing are not allowable expenses for trust. So we don't allow those. So those can't be deducted. And over the course of these 4 years, we've counted $45,000. That was, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. That was misclaimed as an allowable expense. So with taxes, penalties, and fees, and through our investigation, I got a team back at the office. It's a bunch of us. Through our investigation, we allege that you and your spouse benefited the majority of the food and the clothes, which IRS subsection blah, 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 denies as allowable deductions. So with interest and penalties, and under grantor trust rules, you owe $50,000. I mean, you just paid the bills. You got like $500 in a trust account. You got this Internal Revenue Service agent, plus maybe a federal agent telling you owe 50 G's, and there's criminal penalties and stuff like that. You want to throw up? Or you want to stand on that square? I'm not trying to be weird. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to keep it real. And those who are looking or currently administering private contract trusts, there is a large, very, very large responsibility with regards to that. You can pass away tomorrow, get hit by a car. Now you got children or your wife or your husband who don't know what you know, which you don't know much. And all this stuff is in trust and all these trust accounts and stuff, man, it didn't help. You actually made it worse. You don't have successors that you can teach trust administration to. What are you doing with the trust? If you're not teaching the successors, what's wrong with you? What are you thinking? How are they going to properly administer it? They're going to get wolved when you're out of the picture. Wolves, you know what I'm saying? Wolves, like a pack of wolves. You're going to get wolves as soon as you dip. Wolves. You got a joint property agreement in the trust? You got the minutes and disclosures? You got an inventory for all the private property that belongs to the trust? You got the succession with regards to the inheritance of trust capital units and beneficial certificates? This is not a game. Creating a family estate is a big deal. It's bigger. It's like, how can I explain this? It's like starting a Fortune 500 company that won't be a Fortune 500 company for like 5 to 7 years, and a charity and an LLC at the same time. It's a daunting task to do it right. It's easy if you just go, you know what I'm saying? That's easy. Hey, let's do it. But to do it right, it's not easy. You understand what I'm saying? I want to keep it real. It's not for you to stay away. Don't waste your time. Don't waste the mentor's time. Don't waste time. But it takes active study, active research, active proper administration. And if you don't know what to do, you can't do it. It's real simple, but it's true. If you don't know what to do, you cannot do it. Like, you just burn out. There's an extra 20% deduction for trusts that earn under $157,000. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I say if you're private, you're a Republican. I'll say it. I'm going to say it straight up. If you are really private, you are a Republican. There's no way you can be a Democrat if you're private. There's no way. It's ACO method. If you're private, you're a Republican. And Republican administration is going to be beneficial to your private family, your private estate, and your public businesses. So if you're private, you love this new tax thing. You're like, whoa. Man, the article said that these estate planners are giddy. They're giddy, Giddy. You know Europeans say that, man. It's real. They start using the word giddy. The Y words. Creepy. Rapey. All these E words. It's real. There's an extra 20% exclusion. So even if you mess up, you can exclude 20% of the overall income in the trust. Or maybe not. I don't know. I can't, I don't know. I'm not a tax attorney. I don't give legal advice. But, trust administration, it's not a game. It's not a game. It takes continual education. It takes continual study. It takes continual administration, continual accounting. If you're not good with keeping notes, if you're not good with keeping books, if you're not good with, then don't do it. If you're not organized, don't do it. You're going to complicate your life. You'll be losing sleep, not being able to sleep and freaking out because you're tripping on what's going to happen with the taxes. It's just going to cause you problems. And I want to see you happy. Definitely want to see you happy. Matter of fact, hey, I was watching this stuff. I'm sorry, man. I'm just going to jump to the side real quick. I was watching this stuff, man. Look, I got to go on YouTube. This is out of my character. I don't even do this. But y'all should go on YouTube, man, and type in Arab, A-R-A-B, bomb pranks. Man. I don't care. It's hilarious. I was dying. Man, I'm dying. This dude be jumping out trees and stuff with a bag, just throwing it at people. I just want you to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to cause you extra strife in your life. And I don't want to make you think that, hey, I can give you legal advice, that I can help you with your taxes. Or, if you jump into this trust dance and go private, it's going to be easy, breezy, peasy. The easiest thing is to stay asleep and keep paying taxes, keep going to work. That's the easiest thing you can do. If you want easy, continue to do what you're doing. If you want to be free, you got to work. That stuff ain't easy. What did he say? Jefferson said, anyone who expects to be lazy and free or free something. I'm tearing this stuff up. Anyone expects to be free and bottom line, if you want to be free without working, I just pulled a Jordan Bush. Fool me again. I hope y'all doing well, man. I really do. Let me wrap this up real quick. Wrap this show up. Feels good to be back, y'all. Now they trust in the new year. I'm gonna do another thing. Let me drop one more jewel. Within the trust indenture, there's schedules and there's minutes and stuff after the actual contract and stuff. There's amendments and stuff like that. Within, you ain't gotta do nothing. I make sure that there's a register of who holds certificates, whether they're capital unit certificates or beneficial certificates. Who holds certificates, how many units does it represent, what's their name, where do they live. And keep that private. As many for the successors. But, if you have an exchanger, if there's an exchanger in your trust, there should be a certificate that represents that exchange. And maybe you don't have it in your hand, but at least it's listed on the register, right? And rewind it if you didn't catch it. But that's about it. That's about it for the show. I hope y'all, I trust you learned something. Definitely trust you learned something. People say I got a way of teaching. I got a way of, relating complicated information in uncomplicated ways and terms. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. But it's not me hitting ancestors. I'm just doing my dance. You know what I'm saying? It's like watching me dance and saying, oh, I like that dance. Plus, I like the beat that you were dancing to. You made that too, right? Like, nah, man. If it wasn't for the beat, what about dancing to? That's how I feel. Like, it's not me. Definitely not me. It's coming through. I trust you learned something. I trust that you learned something new. I like to step on toes, pancaking toes. So I say a lot of stuff that I shouldn't be saying. In my opinion. I say a lot of stuff people don't tell me. I say, man, I've had people tell me, like, man, you need to chill, man, chill. And like, it wasn't on no hater stuff. Like, people, they really, like, in their mind, they're really helping me out. They're really looking out for me. It's like kind of like a Christian. You'd be like, Jesus saves you, and just keep messing with you with the Christianity or with the Jehovah's Witness or something, because in their mind, they know they're trying to save you. They're trying to do you a favor, and they care about you. And I understand that's how it comes off. That's how I take it. But, hey, the foundation, it's education. Education is a terrible activity, man. It's not, you can't regulate education. You can regulate public education, but not private. You know what I mean? The public can tell you that you need a fishing license, but the public can't regulate me teaching you how to fish. Right? That's the way I look at it. So, I'm just out here trying to help educate people, in my own way. I got my own way of doing things. I got my own dance. And those who appreciate, I appreciate you. Everyone who show love to me, I appreciate it. There'll be days where I'll just be walking and I think, just in my random day, I think in my mind, like, I have a responsibility to this audience. I have a responsibility to, the men and women, boys and girls, young men, young women, whatever, man, gender neutral, whatever. But those who come to high frequency, not only for USFL, but, for SOL, I really, really, really feel humbled by that. And I feel, a sense of responsibility for y'all. So, a lot of love is, expressed harshly. A lot of times, oh man, grandma yelling at me, she just, because she loves me and stuff. Like, I know our culture, we understand that. So sometimes I do want to get serious. This episode I wanted to get serious. I wanted to, talk about, a lot of misconceptions. A lot of people, be out here thinking everything's good and, they, but in reality, you're killing yourself and you're killing the people around you. You're making it hard. And, I just want to help that. I just want to assist those who are listening, those who have ears to hear. Just grab it, grab it. Grab it. Pick up what I'm putting down. If not, hey, it is what it is. I still appreciate you taking out the show. So, with that being said, I want to thank you for, checking out the foundation. I am back. I didn't really, technically didn't go nowhere, but I haven't been on. I've been getting inquiries. So I haven't gone anywhere. Still here for now. And, I'll be back next week. See if I can get Teron on the show. There was a brother that I wanted to call with regards to passport. I wanted to call him, see if he was willing to come on the show. Talk about, he said he got a passport without the social. I'm probably going to call him tomorrow. He don't know if I'm going to call him. He called into Yusuf's show. I made it a point to grab his number because I wanted to hit him up. And, I think, if he's willing to come on the show, I think it would be very interesting. And, beneficial to those who, are into stuff like that. I don't know. But I'm looking to get Teron on the show again, credit repair, credit enhancement, credit funding. He's the guy. I know it's needed. I know it's needed in our community, and I know, the information with regards to credit is kept from our community. So, I really appreciate Teron. I appreciate what he does, and I'm looking to get him on the show pretty soon. But in the meantime, I'm going to say peace to y'all. Y'all have a great, great week. If you're going to do something, do it right, do it 100%, or go home. Don't even, why waste your time? If you're going to be a trust administrator, if you're going to be trustee, you're going to be private, do it. Do it. Don't play around. You embarrass yourself. You embarrass your family. We need to stop ego tripping. We need to get our affairs in order. We need to understand the foundation. The foundation of these economics, the foundation of these structures, and the foundation of this banking before we start doing anything else. Y'all, I'm going to discharge them to set off, and that's banking, fam. Banking came from trust, fam. You study trust, you study banking before you move anywhere. And that's what the foundation is all about. Re-establishing the foundation of the, economic education, structural education, so on and so forth. You want to hit me up in the private admin at welcometothefoundation.com. Get your consultation on business credit, just getting your Dun & Bradstreet number, getting the Paydex score, getting trade line. Man, that stuff is easy for me. I like to teach people how to do that with stuff that they already buy. I don't like paying for trade lines and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I understand the value of it, but then I'll do that. Setting up your LLC, getting it properly structured on the state level. It doesn't matter what state you're in. Statutes. Getting it properly classified on the federal level. If you want to start a business this year, email me. Admin at welcometothefoundation.com. Get a consultation. I'll run you through it in less than an hour. Start setting up your business, what you need to do, and then the steps you need to take, and establishing your business credit and the business credit profile, Dun & Bradstreet, all that stuff. It'll be less than an hour. This stuff is what I do, y'all. I do. Trustee training. Y'all want to get involved in trustee training? Email me. Admin at welcometothefoundation.com. It behooves you to invest in your private education. You ain't got to come to me. Go wherever you want. But if you want some hands-on, you want a mentor where you can get a hold of them whenever you want to, pretty much. They're going to hit you back. They're going to call you back. Some hands-on stuff, that's what the trustee training is. That's how I learned. I learned doing stuff. I learned having it in my hands and stuff. Saying all this, oh man, can I get this indenture, the short one, so I can use over the bank account? Oh, that's gonna be another $100 donation, man. Oh, can I get the template for the minutes for the trust? Oh, that's gonna be another $50 for the template. Oh, can I get the assignment contract for? Oh, that's gonna be another $50 for that contract template, my man. Oh, can I get the quick claim deed? Oh, that's going to be another $100. I'll send you the quick claim deed. No, that ain't nothing like that with trustee training. You're no nickel and dime. One-stop shop. Admin at welcometothefoundation.com. Check it out. If not, that's cool. I offer an acceptance. What it is. I'm not a salesman. I'm an educator. I give you the option. You make your own decision. But, it's a, quote, new year. I say quote because it's not. They added January and February. Them months wasn't even in there. It was only 10 months. January and February wasn't there. That's why September, that's 7. October, octagon, that's 8. December, deci, that's 10. That's 10. December is a 10, not the 12. But, hey, man, whatever calendar you subscribe to, but, for us, and, that follow natural law, New Year's in spring. The vernal equinox. Right? But, hey, commercial New Year, I trust that you have a great commercial New Year. That this commercial New Year is better than any other commercial New Year that you've ever had in your life. And so it is. Make it so, keep it so. Admin at welcometothefoundation.com. Even if you just want to say what's up, say peace. I appreciate it. I love you. Welcometothefoundation.com. At the very least, sign up for the email list. Check out the PDF section. Download the stuff. Start learning. Other than that, I appreciate y'all. Happy fiscal new year. If that's your thing. If it's not your thing, it's still the fiscal new year, fam. Nothing you can do about it. That's how they move. Y'all have a great, great, great new year. Enjoy yourself. Take care of yourself. Kiss one of your loved ones. Say 10 things that you're thankful for tonight before you go to sleep. And I'll catch y'all next week here on The Foundation on High Frequency Radio. Peace.
Doing this thing all the way live. High Frequency Radio.